Upon further review, the ruling on the field stands. This is the greatest sports podcast, First and Go.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of First and Go. This might be a quick one, so Luis, I'm gonna take it away. What do you got for us, Luis? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to chit chat? What do you want to get me worked up about? Go ahead.
Right off the back, the Mavericks Timberwolves series just concluded, so the Mavericks move on to the finals. And the finals is the stage is set, so it's going to be Boston, Dallas. So we'll start with it, Don. I thought it'd be a good idea. Why don't we? I know the series just finished up, but why don't we make our picks for the finals, and then maybe just give a little bit of what we've seen from both teams. Little insight of why we feel that series will go that way.
Haven't had time to digest it. I think the Mavericks had the hardest path to the finals. They upset every team they played. They beat the Clippers, then they beat the number 1 seed, then they beat the number 3 seed Timberwolves, who just took out the champions. Celtics have had the easy path, right? It seems like Jimmy was hurt, and then Mitchell was hurt, and then for the Pacers, Holly got hurt. But I'm going with the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
They just had a really strong regular season. I think there's been no other team that has won by as many double-digit games during a playoff run that has not won a championship. And again, I know they're going against teams that are depleted. They're not full strength, but I just think it's their time. I'm surprised that Luka got over the hump and got to the finals that early, but just kind of how the Nuggets were ready for it, I feel the Celtics are ready for it. I think the experience is going to play a big part in this finals.
Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff to follow. Sal, what about you, sir?
Well, it's a tough follow. The thing, I'm saying, we haven't had enough time to digest what they got on that. But I don't know. It's a tough one to say. I'm just gonna echo the same thing Alan said. It's just Boston hasn't played a full healthy team. It's a bunch of injuries. Dallas has, well, I wouldn't say overachieved because I think you saw them. I mean, you recently picked them when we did our picks to not only win the conference finals, but I don't know. Did you pick them to win the finals?
Who, me?
I thought the
Yeah.
text, yeah, too. So I mean, I can't say who to pick. It seems to be a thing series. I do see it going at 7. I don't see none of the sweep or 5-game BS. If gun to my head right now, the way Dallas is playing, I think I'm going with Dallas right now. Like I said, 6-7 game series, but Boston, Boston has full home court, right? I'll go with Dallas. It's just the way Luka and Kyrie are connecting right now. Their bigs are playing bigger than what they really are. They're just showing up, hustling, rebounding, defense. But it'll be interesting to see who they matched up with who. Who's going to guard Luka and Kyrie, and who's going to be guarding Jalen and Tatum.
I mean, but you got Holiday and White, and then you got Brown.
But I don't. I know Brown was just recently the MVP, but I don't trust that guy. I don't think he's as good as advertised. It's just
So you say
I don't see him choking on the offensive side during this. Maybe not even keeping up. Yeah. But right now I'm going with the Mavs. Forgot about Drew Holiday. That's right. But I said Edwards and Daniels, they're good defenders, and they didn't seem to slow down either, Kyrie and Luka. So,
good point. Timberwolves were the number 1 defensive team in the NBA.
Yeah. So like I said, it's just Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going. I just maybe just because what I just saw right now is just momentum, but Dallas.
Damn. Okay, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And I mean, so I don't
It's not
think I could add. I don't think I could add a lot more than what you guys just said. It is tough. It just happened, and I think it's tough. Like I haven't had a chance to really look at it. A lot of the stuff that Adon said, I think is what worries me about Boston because right now they've had. I mean, they had an amazing season, right? And I just looked it up. I'm like, wait a minute, how did these bastards do against the? They're 23-7 against the West this year, which is pretty damn good. It's not like they had a lot of trouble with the West. Um, but they've had probably the easiest road to the finals compared to an easier road to the finals than the Mavericks. So, the one thing that I was going off with Dallas when I was picking them to beat Minnesota and then to beat Boston in the finals was I felt like the Mavericks um had the had which is well they had good momentum going through the playoffs. It was like kind of what same thing Adam was saying, tough road to get there. So I felt like they were being challenged right off the back. But the Timberwolves had crazy momentum, right? So, but I just thought it matchup wise, I thought that Luka and Kyrie were going to be a tough matchup, even though they're the number one defensive team. They, I feel like Minnesota was just coming off such a big high, matching up so well against Denver with their big man rotation that it was going to be hard for them to like then just go from a big man defensive assignments to then just to the smaller, speedier guards. Now so none of that matters now that it's Dallas and Boston. So I think the Dallas Boston matchup is a little tighter. It's probably tougher. I'm gonna go with Dallas because when we're talking about that, then I'm like, let me just throw like $25 in there for Dallas. I think if they win, it's like 180, $60, $170 or something. Uh, so I want to win that money. So then, but I am concerned. I am concerned about the matchups because I think they'll match. I think Boston will match up better against Dallas. Um, but one thing, so I'm asking you guys out loud. I don't even know, is Porzingis, is he back? Is he just some limited minutes? Is he still hobbling, or do we? I don't even know.
I don't know. Adelante,
Let me look. Let me look.
The last I heard that he was gonna be available to come back against the Pacers if it went further. So I'm guessing he'll be
Okay.
back for the finals.
Okay. I think um I think he really adds an element of how do you call it? Of I think he could give Dallas some trouble if he's in there. But if he's not or if he's limited, I think Dallas can beat Boston. But I think it's gonna be a good series. But I'm gonna go with Dallas. Just going off the momentum. I just think that Minnesota was all the momentum was on Minnesota's side. They were on a high from beating Denver, and they were playing very well too. So taking them down pretty um yeah, five they won what, four games to one, right? So
yeah.
pretty decidedly. Yeah, so I think they're not going to be they're already up to and they were also right. Minnesota was a home team for the series too.
Yep.
So but they do have the tougher. I mean, I think I think the I think so. To sum it up, I think Boston would be the smart pick, like the smart NBA pick. But the betting wise, I'm gonna go with Dallas. So that's what I'm going with.
I
I'm
would-
gonna go
I
with
like the way you
Dallas.
think. I like the way you think.
Do they have the odds out already? Is that what you mentioned? That you're gonna
Yeah,
put 25?
so
So what?
Boston. No, so when before the series started with Minnesota,
You put
the odds
25
were,
on there.
yeah, I put $25 on Dallas, and those $25 pays out 162. They were plus 550. Right now, like you know, the Mavericks are plus 185 to, so Boston is favored minus 225, but Dallas is plus
Wow.
185. So before the Minnesota one, they were, plus 550 to win the championship. But yeah, right now $25. 25 bucks will win you. I mean, it's 71 bucks. So it's not bad,
Yeah,
So
the
Boston
Celtics
is
look like
they're a heavy favorite.
yeah, they are. I mean, you just pulled it up. Yeah, you're right. For game one and for the series, minus 225. So yeah.
You're right. I'm looking at game one. It's not for the
Yeah,
it's
if I
not
look
for
for
the
the
series.
future, that's the same one too. Or same thing.
Right now it's at the same. So that's why I was curious about Porzingis. I just think that Porzingis would give Dallas like matchup problems, and they obviously without him on there right now, they match up much better. So he could be kind of like an X factor. But I don't know, man. Boston, they kind of like what you were saying, Adan, they might be due. So maybe this is their year. But Luka and Irving has been there before, right? It's
Yep.
just I know last year when they made the trade for it, we talked about it too. To me on paper, I'm like, man, these two guys, they're just both superstars, so they'll figure it out, and it didn't work out. And even all throughout this season with injuries and whatnot, it looks like they're barely getting it together in the playoffs here against some pretty tough teams. So um, I think that Irving takes a lot of pressure off Luka with his experience, and obviously being able to take charge. And I feel like Irving's a really good. He's gotten a lot more complimentary to Luka. Not that Luka's better. I'm just saying that Irving, kind of more like a veteran maturity where he knows when to take over and when to kind of defer a little bit. Um, I don't know. What do you guys think about them now? Like at least watching them through these playoffs, like how do you guys feel like they're um just both like really good superstars individually, so that's why they've had some success, or do you think they've been able to kind of play off each other a little better?
No, they're definitely playing off each other better. I mean, I think last year I picked them to go this far. There wasn't it?
I think
They
so.
didn't. I don't think they made the playoffs last year.
Nah, I know, but I'm talking about this is like a season or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like it wasn't even close. And this is the Dallas team I was kind of expecting last year, but it took a while for them to kind of gel together. And but yeah, I think they definitely complement each other. They know when to back off. I think he made a solid point right there with Irving. They say he's been there before. It's going to be a huge factor for look like he's going to know when to take over. He did that, when in the finals before, and when he knows when to back off. Like hey, it's a defer to Luka and others and stuff like that. So uh, I think, and I remember at first, I think a lot of people thought like, why Luka? Why Kyrie? You already got Luka. I would, get another big or something like that. But it's paying off. Like I said, it just. I thought, man, they said I had hopes from last year, and then they kind of filled it. So I was kind of more mad at them, making me look real bad. But like, hey, they got it together, so and I think it's well deserved. Even though I picked them Minnesota again, just the way because they were playing, they just fucking handled the Nuggets pretty easily. They had home court advantage, and they pretty much blew it. I mean, there were some close games that could have gone either way, right? But I mean, closing game was not a factor. It was so.
What about you then?
Well, Dallas had Porzingis, right, and that didn't work out. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I've been seeing it the same way. I don't know if they've found a way to help each other play better. I think they found a way to let each other take over when it's time. There's no plays that I see where Kyrie is setting a pick for Luka or Luka setting
Yeah.
picks for Kyrie. It almost seems like they pick a corner and they each take turns. Like Luka came in and he was hot. I think he started like 4 for 4, 6 out of 8. And he was just shooting it. And Irving was just like a decoy. I bet if you look at the stats, the assist percentage from Luka to other teammates, I don't think he's like in the top 5. He does the lobs, he does the corner threes to PJ, to Hardaway Jr. I just don't see them like actually playing off of each other. I see them knowing how to play with each other and knowing when to step up and when to take over. But the more I see, like if one of them has the ball, the other one is kind of just off on the side to give that player room to make the move, to make the passes. That's what I've seen. It's working. But I think LeBron and Irving played a little bit better with the combo, but I think it's because one's a guard, one's a forward, and those pick and rolls and those other things just worked out better. They want to do a pick and roll so they could get a mismatch. So if both guards are being guarded by decent defenders, there's no reason to do a pick and roll with each other. You want to do a pick and roll to get Gobert on you or Cat or somebody like that. So that's the way I saw it. I didn't think they were vibing off of each other. I think they just know how to play with each other.
No, that's a good way to put it. I think I agree with you because it's not like they maybe complimented is the wrong word, but they both adjusted to being like, all right, this one, I'm gonna let him take over, I'll take over, and it's been working for them. There's only one basketball, so and they're both kind of ball dominant players. So I did see that. I loved when I'll see one or the other go to the bench. Then that was pretty like they were. And then it was the Irving show or the Luka show. But then when they're both on the court, you just don't know. And maybe that's what's enough to how do you call it? Create some problems for the other teams. They don't know who to kind of center their focus to. So far it's been working. I'll be curious to see how they do against Boston. Boston's a whole nother level. They just steamrolled their way through the East and to the finals. So I just hope that it's a good, that it's a good series. But no, fuck that. I want Dallas to win. All right, real quick. Go ahead.
Just really, so you guys both mentioned Irving having experience in the finals, which he does, and he has experience winning in the finals. But there's more guys on the Celtics team that have experience playing in the finals than guys on the Mavs.
Dallas. Yeah,
I don't think Luka's gonna be. I don't think the moment's too big for him. I think he was having big games in Spain or wherever he was playing, where he was playing for championships at freaking 16, 17 years old. So I don't think it's gonna get too big for him. But I don't know about the rest of the Dallas Mavericks and the Celtics. They've been there before. Even the guys that they got, Holiday, he's been there before. Harford, Brown, Tatum, all those guys.
And they choked.
It's still experience, man.
Everyone.
Yeah. and the one last thing, I do agree with Sal though. I don't know how you feel about it, Dan. Like Brown does make me nervous. Like I don't think I have more faith in Tatum than Brown. Brown is still like, even though he's elevated his play and he's had to step up with Boston saying, okay, you are our two guys. You're the core. We're gonna trade everybody else and we'll get you different pieces. Like they were the problem. It wasn't you guys. I don't know, just basketball wise, I still see him make a lot of like, I don't even know what's the right word, awkward basketball plays. He bounces shit off his foot all the time. Like, it's just not like, I don't know, he's just an unpredictable, even though he's so good at times, I could still see him fucking up in a big moment too. And not, and I'm not even talking about like missing a shot or choking. I'm just talking about like simple, fundamental
just handling the ball.
Plays.
Yeah,
handling the ball.
Just dribbling, it looks sloppy.
He gets like so excited, or I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. on this
He's gonna
final
be the X
spot.
factor for Dallas.
Now, all right. So then, staying real quick on the NBA, just because we haven't had a chance to have the show for a couple of weeks, we've been on a hiatus. I don't even think we had a chance to talk about like the a lot of the awards, unless I'm wrong. But I don't think we've had a chance to talk about like one of the things that I wanted to bring up was the All NBA teams. Did we get a chance to talk about that in the podcast, or it was just through us conversation?
Just through us.
So let me just get right to it. I wanted to give the floor to the two guys because, I really don't really have a solid argument here. So I'm just interested to hear, NBA first team, second team, and third team. So they're voted on. So the first team was SGA, Jokic, Luka, Giannis, and Jason Tatum. They got the most votes. And then after that, it was Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard made second team, and Anthony Davis made the second team. And then the third team was rounded out by LeBron James, Curry, Sabonis, Tyrese Halliburton, and Devin Booker. And that was it, right, on those guys. So what are your guys' thoughts? So let's just go right to it. With LeBron James kind of stands out there making third team All NBA. How did that sit with you guys? Are you guys surprised he was even third team, Or
No,
do you think
absolutely
he could have
not.
been higher? And if he was higher, where should he be at? And then who are you bumping out of there and why? So I think we started with Sal last. So why don't we start? Oh no, we started with you last, right? So why don't we start with you, Sal? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but
No,
what are
first,
your thoughts on
congratulations
that?
to LeBron James for winning his 20th consecutive. Was it 20th already or
Yeah, 20th All NBA selection. Yep.
All NBA? So first of all, round of applause for LeBron James. That's fucking so. But yeah, I mentioned I was kind of surprised when I saw him a third. At first I was like, it's year 21 or whatever, it's age, whatever. But then I started looking at the names above, and that made it like second, first, and I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong here? I don't know something. I started looked at the list, and Kawhi and Durant stood out. I don't know. Like I said, I thought that he had a better season. I guess I don't get why you keep on going record wise, because that's a team actually, But like you said, he carried that team for the most part, all around, scoring, the rebounding, facilitating. I thought he was the better player. I thought he was just a better player than the other two. And I think Adan had put up the stat. He compared stats with Kawhi and Durant or something like that. And to me, I think on paper he was clearly the better player, and he led the team. And I thought he was minimum second player. Second team, and then first team. It was Jokic, Edwards. They deserve it. Who else was on there?
The first team was SGA, Jokic, Luka, and then Giannis, and then to round it off was Jason Tatum.
And then I guess Tatum doesn't come in. I thought there was a case for him to beat Giannis too, but I wasn't getting greedy. I said I thought second. I think it's a size, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. And I thought they underachieved. They were all this talk with him and Damian Lee. Even when they were healthy, I didn't think they were that great. It was. So I thought hey, maybe even first, but I said I'm not gonna fucking go there right now. I thought minimum second team. But yeah, that's all I had.
What about you, Dan?
Yeah, those two guys definitely stood out. More Kawhi. If you just stack up there, and I sent you guys the picture, what I sent you was just Kawhi versus LeBron James when it's stats. So other than steals, LeBron James beat him out in every single other category: points per game, rebounds, assists, 2-point field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage. I'm sure Kawhi got him on free throw, but everything else, LeBron got him. And if you look at it, LeBron played more games than Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
The Clippers only won 4 more games than the Lakers. So what is the argument other than Kawhi is just younger? The same thing with the Suns. The Sun only won 2 more games. So I haven't stacked up the stats between Kevin Durant and LeBron, but I bet you they're up there. I think Durant averaged like 2 more points, but I know LeBron got him an assist and some other things. So I don't understand how the voting happens because LeBron is in year 20 and he's supposed to be on his way down, and this guy's, might still have another 3-4 years of being solid. That's the way they put him on. This it should be based on this one season. That's what they keep on telling us, right? MVPs, defensive player, all that stuff. It doesn't matter what happened in the past playoffs. It doesn't happen what you think is gonna happen. It should just be based on this season. So if you take away their age, you take away their names, you take away everything. You look at the numbers, how many games played, how many wins. There's no way that Durant and Kawhi Leonard had a better year than LeBron James. And I think Anthony Edwards, if you look at his stats, LeBron had better stats than Anthony Edwards. He shot the ball better, all that stuff, right? And Ant is being seen as the next Kobe, the next MJ, and yeah, his game looks sweet. It looks like those guys. But you put up LeBron averaged more points, more rebounds, more assists, better field goal percentage than Ant. But those guys did win 9, 10 more games. I can see that, but I don't see Kawhi and Kevin. I don't know if I could see him going all the way up to first team because those guys are really at the top where their teams had like really good seasons.
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, that's why I was that's why I was asking. Oh no, because even though you guys claim that I'm obsessed with LeBron James, I wasn't even paying attention to his stats this year. So I'm like, everything will let me look at this. So it was hard. I really can't argue. I really can't argue it. And then I'm like, oh, it's because Kawhi's in there because the Clippers, had a better season, but it wasn't by a lot. Kind of like how you pointed out, Adan, and LeBron played more games and his numbers were better than Kawhi's too. Same thing with Durant. So yeah, it's kind of a tough argument. I don't understand. I think even though it's not supposed to count, I really think what hurt LeBron James was that the Lakers were just kind of like at the bottom of the seeding the whole year, just kind of like in that 10th, 9th, 8th, kind of like teetering up and down. Because I can't think of any other reason. But then I'm confused that Anthony Davis got so many.
Yeah, that's the next one I was gonna say too. You probably Jordan led that team, and you could make an argument for he could have taken his spot too, but
yeah, and that's the thing because they're like, okay, they're really trying to fill out a roster, right? So they got like point guard, shooting guard. They already had a bunch of forwards, so they needed a big man in there. Yeah. So I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say, I think he should have been at least second team, and yeah, I think he could have taken. I don't think anybody would have. There wouldn't be no outrage if Kawhi Leonard was on third or Kevin Durant or Anthony Davis on third. So that was interesting. It kind of flew a little bit, and I tried hard. I really did try hard. I'm like, man, there has to be something in here, but statistically, like everything, just none of it made sense. He got the most votes for third team, so I don't know. It didn't make sense. It's pretty interesting. Good.
Jalen Brunson too, right? I mean, the Knicks only had 3 more wins. Like it's just what are they basing it on?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's hard for him. I think for LeBron James to go all the way to first, if the Lakers would have had a better season with the numbers that he had, maybe. But you're right; it's supposed to be like at least that's the way they present it. It's based off an individual, season. But then it goes hand in hand. If you have a good season, maybe your team does better, but I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I was really disappointed in myself. I really couldn't find something to kind of like just justify it. So kind of a
But, you know,
bummer.
sometimes it's kind of like, okay, you do more with less, right? So, you
Yeah.
got two stars and one of them goes down, and you carry your team to the playoffs. But there's none of that going on. Maybe Bronson, because Randall
Brunson
got
because of
hurt,
Randall later in the
but
year.
nobody else on this list qualifies for that. None of them.
Yeah. Yeah, Kawhi was interesting to me. I mean, his numbers didn't really stand out, and they put him second team. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's his first bounce back season in a while. Maybe that's why he got more. So, or maybe everybody's just getting tired of LeBron James. Maybe it's time for him to retire. Maybe the writing's on the wall. He's not even appreciated anymore within his peers. So,
Well, what should
what are you doing at
what should
four?
Kawhi do?
It's already year 21. It's like
What should Kawhi do? He had worse numbers than in another playoff that he didn't play. Should Kawhi retire?
how many games did he miss in the playoffs?
At least two. I don't know. Last year he was hurt, and then this year he got hurt. Remember, last year I think they even lost Paul George too.
I don't believe they get hurt. I don't know. It's just like something about it is just kind of fishy. It's always I don't know, man. It's just
I don't remember. I mean,
do you ever?
Huh?
Maybe I didn't watch enough games, or especially no Clippers game, right? But when someone gets hurt, you either see it or you see highlights of them like getting hurt, limping. I never seen this guy get hurt. He's just like,
you're right.
I think he goes
it's
to
like a mystery. They're like, oh shit,
like,
no,
I'm tired.
yeah.
Yeah, it's bothering me. Never seen this guy wince in pain or fucking tweaking ankle or knee or hand, fucking rub it. You don't say to people like, a trainer at the. I said, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just didn't watch enough. But there's always highlights when Giannis or actually, people they fall down like, oh my god, we had a scary moment with this player. Blah blah blah. But I never see this guy actually.
I've never seen it.
This one,
that's a good point.
It's like that's why I don't like to question nobody, especially an athlete at that level. Like going to that competition. But like, I don't think I've ever seen you get hurt, guy.
That's a fair point. I don't think I've ever seen him get hurt either.
Quick, can I add something really quick?
Yeah.
It's part of the conversation, but something I heard this morning where there's talk about, and there's this recency bias too, right? About what we're seeing and who's playing and how they're playing. So there's people that are saying that Luka is already the number 2 best player in the NBA or the number 1. I said it's some kind of recency bias, I think. But in your opinions, we're talking about the All NBA team, we're talking about Luka and all that stuff. So I don't know. Do you guys think he's number 1, number 2, number 3? You guys have it like it was a big deal this morning in the sports talk shows.
Yeah,
like ranking him.
Like right now in the NBA. Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's not about because there's a different question of which player would you want to start a franchise with. It's not that. It's who's
better right now.
Where does he fit right now? Yeah.
Luis, you want to go first?
Yeah, I wouldn't put him first. I mean, I just I think he's definitely I would put him first in like offensively right now. He's a very what's the word that they use with Mayweather too? That he's a very like I can't think of the word right now. But anyway,
tactical.
He's like I don't even know what's but offensively, like I would rank him up there with anybody right now offensively. But he's not a full package player for me. He on one side of the on the floor, rooting against, like if I'm going for the other team, I'm definitely concerned about him for sure. And but on the other side, he's nothing special. He might have a a good play here and there, but overall, he's a liability defensively, and then he's above average. I think he's a decent rebounder. He's above average passer. So I bet, but I wouldn't put him number one. I think Anthony Edwards, right now, I would put him. I think he's better, like on both. The average offensively and defensively. Even though Luka's better right now offensively, maybe has more. Man, I can't think of that fucking word. But and then of course you still got Giannis and you got Jokic, and Tatum keeps like putting it, peering in his head, wanting to be part of that too. I don't know if I'm a Tatum hater. I just don't, maybe because he's choked so many times. In the finals, we'll see how he does this finals. But and then unfortunately, all these guys, we're seeing, like Curry and Durant and LeBron and all these guys, they're at the tail end of their. Doesn't mean that they can't compete and put up good numbers, but
they're not gonna be top five.
They're not in their prime right now. But no, I wouldn't put Luka number one just because of
so
that part.
Can I then really quick just your top three? It sounds like you would put, and you could put it in any order, but it sounds like you would have Ant and Giannis and maybe Jokic as your top
Jokic,
three.
yeah. And then but then Luka would be right there, and I could interchange Luka with Jokic, you know what I mean, or Giannis too. I don't know. They all have all. But I think right now I like Anthony Edwards. That he's really elevated his game on both ends. So, and he's so young. He's so fucking young too. I know Luka's young too.
I think Luka's like 25, but
25.
Ant is 22.
22. Fucking crazy.
That's how old LeBron was when he took the Cavs to the finals. Anyway. Sal?
I think I'm gonna go with Luis. I'm gonna follow with Lee. I said I picked him to be MVP for a reason. I thought he was that good.
Elusive. Thank you.
Elusive.
Oh, elusive.
Fucking elusive, little fucking elusive.
Hey man, that lack of sleep is getting to you, man.
Yeah, man.
We'll wrap it up soon. So I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stay with Ant as number one right now.
Ant is the best player in the NBA right now. Not the guy you want to build a team around. He's the best player.
Oh no! As the best player, I'll take them back. Right now, I still think LeBron James is the best player. The best. Yeah. I mean, you swap it, swap it around, and you pick those guys and swap them. No. They go to the finals and they win it easily. But I think, as far as Luka, I don't know if he's top three. I think it's for sure, and in no particular, right? It's hard. Maybe I should pick one. It's not copping out, right? But I was just thinking, and then Jokic, you just can't fucking argue with the guy. The way that he was playing, or has been playing the last couple of years. And for sure, three, I still put LeBron James in there. Tatum, no, I say he's choked. He doesn't do anything for me. He hasn't.
Who?
Giannis, Tatum. Yeah.
Oh, Tatum. Yeah.
Who are the Embiid's gotta stay healthy. Luka needs to do more on the defensive end. Who is out there?
SGA.
SGA is the only one that you guys haven't mentioned that I wrote down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, that's it. I don't think. What's I gonna say? SGA.
We were just talking about the all NBA, so I can't think of anybody else in this three teams that belongs anywhere in there.
Yeah,
the only one is Embiid. Embiid just didn't play enough games to qualify for
all NBA. You need a certain amount of games. Yeah, you do, right?
I think now there's like
something.
cut off of like 65 to qualify for any of these things. Maybe that's why Kawhi got it, right? Like, hey, this guy finally played.
I'm telling you, that's what I think. I think that's part of it. They really do.
How many did he play? Did he kick 70?
I doubt it. Let me see.
No, I think it was like 67, 68, and then LeBron played like 71 or something
I'm
like
telling you, he's
that.
a faker. He's the guy that fakes injuries. I'm a faker.
That's funny. It sounds just like 10 minutes ago. He's like, "Hey, I'm not one to call people out. Hey, you're a professional." And he's like, "Fucking faker."
But this guy, there's a but. Ooh.
All right, that was my little sidetrack. You're back
No,
on.
I love it. That's good. Yeah. So just to wrap up, that was, yeah, I couldn't come up with a reason to keeping LeBron off third team, let alone completely off the All NBA. I tried hard. I tried different things. It didn't. So just so you guys don't think that I'm just a pure LeBron hater, I'm not. You know what I mean? I just could go based off what I see on the court. So to end it on a good note, like I just have a 2-part question. What do you guys even care? So question number 1, do you guys even care who the Lakers hire as the next coach? Is there a candidate out there that you would be interested in? And then number 2, you're one of the NBA GMs. What are you doing? Are you drafting punk ass Bronny? Do you care? Do you not care? I know you guys have closeted, excited feelings about what's gonna happen with Bronny James. And I'm hoping that you guys that it's
don't
a
know
safe
me.
place and you guys would share it. So it's 2 parts: the coach, and then do you care about Bronny James or not? Are you drafting him? Are you not? Do you want him to go to a certain team so that LeBron could go to that team? So it's a safe place. Just was curious what your thoughts were. So why don't we start with you, Adon?
I haven't given it much thought about the coaches. It seems like JJ and LeBron get along really well. And I'm sure it's a lot different dissecting plays and talking about things when you're sipping on wine and smoking cigars and when you're in the game. But I don't really know who's the finalist. So I would say I don't really care, but it seems like JJ would be just as good as anybody, right? Because they've been getting like first time coaches. Darvin Ham was a first time coach. As far as Bronny, I think he should go back to college and play more. I guess he's having like a good showing at combine or whatever they're called. I wouldn't draft him if I'm trying to win let me rephrase that. I wouldn't draft him thinking that he was gonna turn out to be a solid like starter or 6-man, because I don't know, we've seen enough. That's what I'm saying. Like he should probably go back and do it for a whole year, wherever he wants to go. But if I am a team like the Suns or the Warriors or something like that, where you are able to dump some salary and make a run at LeBron, why not? Sit Bronny on the bench, get him on the G League. But if you could build something with LeBron around Booker and Durant, or around Curry and Thompson, I don't know, why not? Why not give it a shot? Because I don't think, as much as he wants to play with Bronny, and I know I joke around the Bulls should get him, but I still don't think that LeBron wants to end his career missing even though with the Lakers he missed the playoffs, but I don't think he wants to end his career with a team that doesn't give him a chance to at least make a run in the playoffs.
Cool. What about you, Sal?
As far as head coaches go, I haven't put in much thought. I hope it's nothing stupid like progressive, like hiring Becky Hammond or whatever her name is. Just do it, I could see some team doing that shit. But I mean, I think JJ Redick, stop laughing.
No, I did not expect that.
No, I just thought about it because something nowadays everybody does some stupid move like that just to be fucking.
Yeah. Is she the one that's been under? Is she the one that's been under Greg Popovich?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, Right? If she's good enough for Pop,
I'm not gonna
hey,
listen to this.
I don't know, man, I'm just saying.
But the only ones that come to mind is that I've seen the list before, but the one that stands out is JJ. I think they got good rapport. At the end of the day, LeBron is the floor general, right? But G needs someone, like Darvin Ham didn't command. Like he was just like a knucklehead. He just didn't seem into it. Like you need someone that cares that is the same page with LeBron. Like I trust LeBron. Like in the decision, the playmaking, and everything. So you think someone like JJ. I think Sam Cassell's another one. Like he proved it on the court. He's been a coach for long enough. I think he's gotten respect from his peers, from coaches and players. I think that's another solid mood. And who's the other one I liked? I think it was another former player. I want to cheat and Google it now.
I like Sam Cassell. I didn't know he was in consideration.
Can't think of the other one. I thought it was another one. I heard Kenny Atkinson was another one. But I think Sam Cassell, JJ, even though he hasn't coached, I think he's, with LeBron's backing, he'll have a command of that team. But and then as far as Bronny, like I don't know, man, who the fuck did draft him? I don't think. Yeah, they talk about his combine numbers and stuff like that. If he was so good, then why didn't he do this when he was playing at UCLA? Now it's USC. I'm saying USC. Like why?
USC.
LeBron's not gonna go out like that. No one's gonna draft him. If you're like in the top 10, you need a solid player. You're probably rebuilding. You're gonna go after a top 10 player, and if you're in the bottom of the barrel of the drafting order, then that means you had a solid record. You were a contender. Like, I don't know, maybe those guys will roll the dice on Bronny and see if they can get LeBron come over. But I don't know, man. Like I've seen prop bets have been going number one.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't get that.
About, it's just people just talking, right? But who knows? Who's in the bottom of the bracket? Who could?
I was just gonna.
Who's a contender?
I was just gonna look at the draft order so that
Right.
What about the 76ers?
Ugh, maybe.
Well, I mean, Embiid and Embiid just can't stay healthy, but
Cleveland,
Maxey, Embiid, and LeBron. Okay, so it's
Phoenix, no, Milwaukee, maybe.
Atlanta, Washington,
New York,
San Antonio, Detroit, Charlotte, Portland, San Antonio, Memphis. Here you go in the middle: Utah, Chicago, OKC, Sacramento, Portland, Miami. What about Miami? Pat Riley would be like.
Oh, he goes back to Miami. That's a good one.
So
that's right in the middle, right? So it's Miami, Philadelphia, Lakers, Orlando.
I see Miami. I don't know. Not Philadelphia, not Orlando. Cleveland is 20. I guess maybe going back Cleveland. Phoenix. I don't think they'll be able to afford him, right?
No.
I don't know
Milwaukee.
if they could dump Beal. Cleveland's in there, 20th pick.
Yes, Cleveland's a good one. Go home. Maybe Milwaukee, New York. Would it be enticed to go to New York?
That's
not Washington, not or Minnesota. That put on the vote.
Oh, imagine.
Not Denver, not Utah, not Boston.
So that's why
I'm just saying, like those teams, even if they draft Bronny, I don't think they're interested in James. It's a mutual. I don't think they're interested in each other. Like I don't think Denver is interested in LeBron. I mean, to a certain extent, of course, yes, right. But like, I don't think they're gonna go. I think they will.
I mean, if you replace Gordon with LeBron, you imagine.
You know what? We probably don't know what we're talking about.
Maybe MJ with LeBron.
I think that's why I was curious what you guys thought. Like I hope you guys don't hate my answer. the coach thing, person, because I'm in a good place right now, guys.
Fellas,
I feel like
let us in.
we've gotten to the point where maybe I'm talking to the minority here in our group, but um, we got to the point where it's cemented, where LeBron, that's it. This is as far as he's gotten. You know what I mean? Everything else is just like there's nothing he can do to add more to the debate that started our show. Pretty much about like MJ cemented. LeBron's just kind of, he's just kind of hanging out, right? So what is he waiting
No.
for, right? So the coaching
He
part.
I told you, he got through when he came back 3-1 against Warriors. That was it. That was gold. Everything after that is extra credit. Whether you like it or not, that's all extra credit. Third team
coaching,
NBA year 21, extra credit.
I would like him to bring back the player coach, kind of like how Bill Russell did. I would love to see him fail both as a player and a coach, like me personally. And then
extra credit.
I'm sorry,
extra credit.
I am very I'm very intrigued about his kid. I feel bad for the kid. I don't think he's going to be a good NBA player. It's not his fault. His dad's like the second best player in the NBA, the cringiest fucking guy out there right now, corny as fuck. That's not this kid's fault. But because of what his dad's, the amount of time he's been in the NBA, like somebody, I don't understand why somebody wouldn't just roll the dice. I mean, they draft busts all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, I understand not giving up a first. I don't want to be that team like. But if I'm in the 20s, you know what I mean? Like, you know how many people miss and be like, oh man, 32nd was this guy that's now a fucking MVP, and they fucked around with Bronny. Like nobody, all these other fucking teams passed on it. That's just luck too. So by a certain point, like why wouldn't you just roll the dice? And I'm telling you, like you're telling me, like some team like fucking, damn, I just lost the order. Fucking Miami drafts Bronny. You don't think LeBron James would be like, fucking, I'm gonna go play with my kid? Like that's it. What else is he playing for?
Extra credit. All extra credit.
Right. So I just think I think he goes wherever his kid plays. Like I really do. Like why would he let his kid be in the NBA? The only reason he wouldn't do it is if they send his ass to the what is it, the D League,
the G League.
The G League and stuff. But then this the guy that's representing his kid said that they're not interested in that. Like if you're drafting him, it's so that he could be part of your fucking NBA team, Hey,
yeah,
fucking you got Giannis's brother playing up in Milwaukee, and that's a joke. You know what I mean?
Point.
And they're like, hey, Giannis, we want to stay here in Milwaukee, we'll draft your bum ass brother. Like I wouldn't give a fuck, bring him up.
And we'll play him.
Why can't like fucking Mark Cuban or Pat Riley, one of these guys just be like, fuck it, bring that kid over, and then LeBron, have a conversation and with LeBron and make sure. I don't know. I'm very intrigued. I think whoever drafts them has a really good shot of bringing them over. I think LeBron will jump. I mean, he's not loyal to anybody. He jumps ship so fast, and it's his kid, So I just that's the way I see it.
You think the Lakers could get him at 17? So if Miami passes up on Bronny, the Lakers pick him up before Cleveland can get him? Like,
yeah. I think, and I could be wrong, guys, but when's the last time one of these, like, every time you look at a draft order, they're like after a certain number, I don't know.
Sound like Ginobili was down there, right? Jokic was down there.
Jimmy Butler was second round, I think.
And Antetokounmpo was also down there.
So those are guys, that all these GMs, passed on, and somebody took a flyer on them, and it worked out for them, right, in a big way. But those are far less and in between, right?
Yeah.
and then not. So, man, I don't know. I take a flyer on this kid, but I would see it as a way to bring LeBron James. And at this stage of his career, you put him in with another, couple budding superstars. I don't, fuck. I don't think his kid will get that much playing time, but
what do you think?
He's only like 6'1", which is crazy to me.
What would What would you think, Luis, if the Bulls get them at 11?
That is, man. So, we're having fun here. It's all about it's entertainment, and then you have to make it personal. And I don't know why we take that route, I don't know. Like that would be the only scenario I fucking would hate, man. But the Bulls do not have the vision to do something like that and make it full circle and have them come back, have them come to Chicago, how maybe originally they could have had a chance to get them. Doesn't it piss you off, guys, not to go? So I would hate that, Adon, just because come on, man, like the fuck. I want to be entertained. I want to see them play with other players, still not win a championship. You know what I mean? But like, make it entertaining and stuff. But the Bulls, that would suck. But do you guys even care? Does it piss you off to hear superstar after superstar always say the same shit? Like if it's not Kobe, it's D Wade and fucking Carmelo Anthony and whatever other Tim Duncan and it was this close. It was Chicago this close to fucking sign and blah 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 and this and we went somewhere else. Like I'm like sick and like all the years we grew up, after Jordan retired and Pippen and nobody, rebuilding and we're waiting for this big free agent and never came. And then these guys now that are all on fucking podcasts saying, "Oh man, Chicago was, we were looking at it hard. It was, we were looking at schools. We were doing this, we were doing that, but it didn't happen." Like it drives me fucking crazy, man. Because it was management. It was management. They couldn't close a fucking deal.
Yeah.
To save their life,
Right.
Because Derrick Rose was just one. All those
LeBron James away.
He was just one fucking player away.
One LeBron James away, baby.
And he could topple LeBron James, man. It just never happened.
I didn't know about Carmelo. I saw that one. I'm like, oh, that would have been sweet.
Yeah, any of these guys, man, with that core. Even if you had to give up some of them, But yeah, to answer your question, Adon, I would hate if LeBron James and his fucking stupid son came to the Bulls.
Hey, he's stupid. Come on, man. He's a kid, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. A little too much, man.
To make it personal.
That's it, guys. I mean, I know it's a short show. We haven't got caught up. I mean, now we're really going to take it into overdrive because now it's going to go, we're going to have the finals going on for the next couple weeks. And pretty soon,
and baseball,
but we're going to get to a point here. It's going to become Chicago Bear heavy, guys.
I don't know if you heard the news today. Have you guys not heard of the Chicago Bears news today?
That's the one I just sent it. Well, I sent it in the group chat, but I hadn't seen it until a little while ago. It's a big deal. That they're gonna get, they got chosen, right?
Yeah, who wants that shit?
You don't like it? You don't like it? You don't like it?
Fuck it.
Oh, wow. How come?
That guy crazy enough attention as it is, You got cameras following him, those nasty motherfucker.
Shit.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Hard Knocks. Anyway,
I was watching the very beginning. It just always the same shit, Like I don't know, fucking hey, you're cut, you're cut, you're battling for a spot, and then it's fucking whatever. Coaches yelling, "Oh, fucking!" It's just.
Oh damn. Well, okay, so guys, they got chosen to do Hard Knocks. Very popular show, very intriguing. I never watched it because I never gave a shit about the other teams. Like, what do I care if some guy got cut from the Cleveland Browns? But for the Bears, I think a little different. Closer home is a big exciting season.
It's so stupid. I remember watching the first season after they the same shit. It's like so brought in, they're battling for the final spot, cornerback. And then sure enough, they fucking call the guy in, and no shit. What do you think is gonna happen? And, fucking, I don't give you a reference. And I'm sure you find a team somewhere, and that's all it is. That's all it is. And fucking, you know who's gonna make the Scott? You know who's gonna make the team? Caleb. You know who else is gonna make the team? DJ Moore. Like the key players that we're talking about. I'm like,
oh,
you know what sucks too? Only 35% of the teams that have been on Hard Knocks make the playoffs that season.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a bad
That-
stat, Adon,
Like
to
a
bring
jinx.
to the
7
show.
of 20. 7 of 20.
That is a horrible stat to bring.
God damn,
Wow.
that show's been around that
Yeah.
long? God damn it.
Yeah, I remember it was with the Ravens. I haven't watched
That was
it.
the Cowboys, but I can't even remember.
Oh, was it?
Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
20
I say I might tune in just because of the fucking Bears, but if it was any other team, I don't have time for that. Really.
So, well, maybe something intriguing will happen. I guess we'll wait and see. I thought it'd be more exciting, but yeah, I didn't know all those bad stats, and I see what you're saying, Sal. So just to wrap up real quick, two quick things. How do you call it? Has nothing to do with sports. I just kind of have a bone to pick with Adon. We had a chance to talk. Man, I'm curious. What in what setting did you watch Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler?
Oh, I
It's
started to watch
a
it. Thanks for
movie.
reminding me.
What I don't understand. Like what? Like, I just want to before what. Give me your feedback on it. I mean,
Should I get this out? Spoiler alert. Should I take this
no,
out?
no. We don't have to get into like specifics in it. Just like there was, you watched it.
He might
Weren't
want
a
to get
fan of it.
specific. So, Adan, do you want me to take this out for spoiler
I'll-
alert?
I won't get into specifics. I won't get into any of what actually happened. I won't.
Because I could take that for a couple minutes if you want.
No, I'll just say something really quick,
Okay.
and then I think you should watch it, and then we could talk about it again. What I didn't like was that it was too busy. It was too
Okay.
much going on around him at all the time. It was to me that was annoying.
Okay. Fair enough. I was just curious. I thought, guess, I watched it, and not to give away specifics, that's what I liked about it. But I would use a different word. The way when I was watching it is that this guy is a train wreck, like his life, his decisions, and he's just living by he's a bullshit artist, and he's just like making it up as he goes along, and it's a fucking mess. But the amount of anxiety that it gave me, and then maybe that's my problem. I enjoyed it because I was like, man, this is good. In a nerd world, I'm like, this is good filmmaking. You know what I mean? Because it was giving me anxiety. I wasn't enjoying myself. It was so uncomfortable because of this guy. Like, because you watch movies like that all the time, where this kind of guy, this kind of character, and all this crazy shit happens to them, and then you're like, oh, that's fucked up and whatnot. But it made me feel that emotionally watching a movie. I thought it was excellent filmmaking. You know what I mean? And acting, because I saw it more. It was chaotic. It was a little unpredictable, raw, and it's a fucking movie. Like, I just thought it was so well done. And the acting was awesome. And I give credit to. I had never seen it. It's been out forever. So we're talking about a 5-year-old movie. So it's almost at that point where we could talk about it, Adon, and it's out. I don't think we'll get upset about it, but can't get upset about it either because it's past that statute of limitation. Maybe we're getting to that territory, how long it's been out. But Kevin Garnett was awesome in it too, man. Everybody that was in there, I thought was excellent, acted out. I thought the ending was good, but more than anything, it was just how the film makes you feel. It gave me a lot of anxiety. It made me uncomfortable. I wasn't enjoying myself. I thought that was good filmmaking, man.
Sounds like I'm gonna be the tiebreaker.
The other one where Adam Sandler there where he found that
I haven't seen that one. I downloaded that one too.
Urban Gomez or whatever his name is, that he was a player and he's in the movie. That one was pretty good too with Ant.
I didn't see that one. I want to see it. Would you say that one's better than this one? Like, you enjoyed that one more than this one?
I enjoyed that one more than Uncut Gems.
Check it out.
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm watching that one, but I forgot then if it was about.
If you could watch it, just kind of be the tiebreaker. I'm just curious. I was. And then
I'll be glad to prove one of you wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm already wrong. I thought you guys it's I'm not.
Yeah, watch it so we could get into the details.
All right.
To each their own. And then we'll wrap up the show. But Sal, man, I can't even think of it. There was a rant in the group text, and now it's been so long I can't remember. And we were gonna, and then we skipped the show a couple of weeks, but
Oh, that's right.
and I wanted to get, and then, but I can't remember. Can you, Adon? Like,
I think
Yeah.
I know what it is, but I can't get into it right now. It's I gotta get work myself off.
you're not in the emotional state. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. All right, man. So you wanna?
For this show, yeah, next time we'll see what happens with Ryan Garcia and his failed test.
Man, you know, man, I don't even want to get into that right now. That guy, I
Yeah,
think
we'll
that,
have, we'll have more information next time.
Yeah, man.
all right, Sal, you want to sign
Let's
us
wrap
off,
it
man?
up, man. Thank you everybody for putting up with this. This is a quick one. Until next week. The rule in the field is wait a minute. Adán, you have something to say?
So if my friends Olu and Brian watch the show, this is from our baseball games. So
Oh, shit.
I'll know if they'll watch if they say something.
Yeah.
Luis, did people actually congratulate you on
Not one fucking person, man. That's okay.
Keep it like that way, because I did tell you guys. We go, hey, I didn't know you were playing. I did tell you guys. Episode blah blah blah.
Right.
All right, sorry.
Sorry. So that's it. That's to conclude another good one. Short and sweet. Until next time, the rule in the field stands. Another solid episode. Thank you guys. Until next week.
All right, guys.
Upon further review, the ruling on the field stands. This is the greatest sports podcast. First and go.